All right, everybody, this is John. Welcome to the free video. Let's take a quick look at the cues. I'm looking at the daily chart on the left and the weekly chart on the right. You can see on the weekly chart we are building up a squeeze. The one thing here is that we are, anytime we've been kind of popping up to this 2 ATR level, we quickly come back and revisit the mean. Let's go to the 2 ATR level, come back to the mean. We're at the 2 ATR level. So from here, the question is, are we going to squeeze, going to fire on the weekly, and we pop up to plus 3 ATR, or are we going to have another trip to the mean? And it's not clear here. So when it's something like this is not clear, what's great is that there are option strategies that you can employ to take advantage of that. And namely on something like this is kind of like, okay, if we have a squeeze, so we know that there's a lot of energy being built up. Is it going to be released to the upside or to the downside? We don't know. We can go out into December or even January and buy straddles and strangles. So you kind of, what happens with those is that if the market's really quiet, you die a little bit each day, but then you have a big move up or down over the course of a couple of days, and you're targeted at 20 or 30%. You cash it in, and then you roll into a new one at the new prices. And so in this kind of environment, I like that because we are just kind of getting a lot of back and forth. There are some stocks that are getting a lot of money flow, like Federal Express. But there are a lot of stocks here, and I love the daily chart here on Federal Express, but then there's a lot of the indexes here where they had all that explosion and volatility with the markets are kind of easing back. There's a lot of rotation going on, and the main consistency here is that the VIX, which we shorted before the election, has just gotten trounced. And in fact, this is the lowest levels, a tie for the lowest levels we've seen since this whole thing happened. So I do think that we are going to see the VIX return back to these price points this year. It's now that a lot of the markets don't like uncertainty, but when all the uncertainty is removed and becomes kind of clear what the path forward is, then things start to calm down. And so I think we are seeing the great retracement back in the VIX. And then we're going to start seeing money flowing into assets, like Bitcoin, bonds, and different things like that too. So it should not be a dull couple of days. Remember too, we've got some light trading coming up. Next week is Thanksgiving. Markets are closed on Thursday. Then there's half days. And this is the time to kind of relax, start putting together your trading plan for 2021 so you can knock it out of the park and take it easy on some of this stuff. All right, that's what I got. You guys have a fantastic rest of the day, and we'll see you at the next update.